Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. And today I want to talk about something that is really surrounded by a huge number of myths, fears and completely wrong expectations: hypnosis and hypnotherapy. And honestly, it's not surprising, because most people don't learn about hypnosis from real practice. They learn it from movies, shows, and this constant human desire to believe in a miracle, to believe that there is some kind of magic button you can press once and everything will instantly change. That you can close your eyes, listen to something, and wake up as a completely different person, without anxiety, without fear, without old patterns, without problems. But the truth is, hypnosis is not a magic. It's not a loss of control. And it's not something that someone does to you. At the same time, it's a very powerful tool if you understand how it actually works. You're on the Anton channel, where we talk about working with the subconscious and the real mechanisms that shape your life. My name is Anton. I'm a psychologist and hypnotherapist, and in my work, I deal with anxiety, fears, addictions, internal blocks, relationship patterns, and psychosomatic conditions, things that people often cannot change through logic alone. To understand hypnosis, you first need to understand how a person actually works. Your personality is not just your thoughts, it's a system. Inside you, there are values, beliefs, patterns of perception, and most importantly, behavioral programs. These programs are formed over time through experience, thought, repetition, through emotional impacts. At first, you react consciously, then the reaction repeats, and eventually it becomes automatic. It moves into the subconscious. Think about something simple, like driving a car. At first, it's difficult. You think about every action, but later, you just drive without thinking. The same thing happens with your emotional reaction, fears, habits, even self-sabotage. They become automatic. That's why people often say, "I understand everything, but nothing changes." Because understanding is conscious, but the reaction is already subconscious. And this is exactly where hypnotherapy works. Hypnosis is not about controlling a person. It's about creating a state where the conscious mind, the part that constantly judges, criticizes, and resists, becomes quieter, and access to deeper layers becomes possible. There is a term for this: trance. And despite how it sounds, trance is a natural state. You experience it every day. When you drive and don't remember part of the road. When you walk and suddenly you realize you've been thinking about something else the whole time. When you look at someone, but internally you are somewhere else. This is already a form of trance. In hypnotherapy, this state is used intentionally, because your conscious mind is actually a very strong filter. It compares everything with your past experience, your beliefs, your identity. If you tell yourself, "I can change," your mind might immediately respond, "No, you can't. You already tried." So even when you logically understand something, your system doesn't change. Hypnotherapy works not by arguing with your mind, but by working with the level where the patterns are stored. For example, a person can logically understand that there is no real danger, but still feel anxiety in the body. Or someone can clearly know that alcohol is destroying their life, but still return to it. Or someone repeats the same relationship patterns over and over again. These are not just thoughts, these are programs, and programs cannot always be changed by thinking. Another very important thing: hypnosis is not something that happens to you. A person enters this state themselves, if they are ready. The hypnotherapist guides the process, but there must be cooperation. If someone comes with resistance, with the idea of "let's see if this works on me," or without a real intention to change, the process will be limited. I once worked with a man who came after years of sobriety, saying he wanted to strengthen his results. But during the session, he was constantly resisting, going deeper, and later he relapsed and blamed the therapy. And for me it was clear. He didn't come to change, he came to create an excuse. His subconscious was already preparing a way to remove responsibility. This is why attention matters. Hypnotherapy is not about passive miracles, it's about working together. When there is a real readiness, hypnotherapy can help change the importance of certain behaviors, reduce destructive impulses, create new reaction, and work with the deep emotional patterns. It can be effective for anxiety, fears, addictions, psychosomatic issues, and internal blocks, because all of these are connected to subconscious programs. And this is the key idea. Hypnotherapy doesn't turn you into someone else. It helps remove what is blocking you from being who you actually are. It doesn't impose something new. It changes what is already inside, but no longer works for you. So if you are listening to this and you feel that there is something in your life you cannot change through logic alone, if you are tired of repeating the same reactions, the same patterns, the same problems, then it may not be about trying harder. It may be about working deeper. This is exactly what I do in my practice. We analyze your situation, identify the mechanisms behind your problems, and see whether working with the subconscious can help you change it. If this resonates with you, you can reach out to me on Telegram and book an online consultation. We will look at your case and understand what can actually be changed and how. If this video was valuable, like it, subscribe to the channel, and write in the comments what you thought hypnosis was before this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.